Good afternoon, everyone. I, Nupur Khadilkar, a representative of Industry Institute Interface Committee, welcomes you all for today's webinar. As a part of students' development activities and corporate connect, IMDR continuously organizes webinars by various renowned industry experts. Today, amongst us, we have Mr. Soumyajyoti Guha as our guest of the day. Sir has completed his Masters of Administration from United World School of Business, Gandhinagar. Somjati sir is currently working as a manager at National Stock Exchange of India Limited. He is handling educational vertical of NSE known as NSE Academy for Western region with more than 11 years of experience. He also has knowledge and experience about education and career development initiative, including marketing, product, and business development. Sir has worked in varied fields, including uh, management education, and K-12 education. Was actively involved in implementation of various education management initiatives like United Minds by IIM Bangalore and executive programs by IIM Ahmedabad. Sir has played a key role in functioning and implementation of Department of Animation ITIMS at Gujarat University, Ahmedabad. He also has been a renowned speaker at several management institute in the area of career development, opportunities, and finance as a life skills. I'm sure Sir has some valuable insight to share with us. Okay, on final note, sir, we are very grateful for your presence amongst us today. Without further ado, I would request you to take over and share his valuable thoughts with us. Over to you, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Nupur. And on behalf of National Stock Exchange and NSE Academy, I would like to thank the entire management of IMDR Pune, as well as thank you all the students for joining in this particular session. So to start off with, I hope all of you are MBA students, right? And you must be in your second year, if I'm correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
Okay, great.
PGDM, sir. They are offering PGDM. They are most of them are in second year. Few of them
Okay.
are in first year also.
Okay, great, great. So, first of all, let me congratulate you because you have taken a very good decision in order to go for a higher education in management. That is a wonderful decision which you have made because management education is something which gives you the real life experience. So, what I truly believe, and the institute from where you are doing MBA, definitely you will get a lot of benefit, which you will come to know in future, even if you won't be able to understand it now. But definitely in future, you will be able to understand how this kind of an education system helps you for your job, not only for your job, but also for your personal life. So when we speak about National Stock Exchange, I believe everyone knows about NSE. So if I give you a little brief, National Stock Exchange is the largest stock exchange of our country. And not only it is the largest stock exchange of our country, it has been ranked number one globally. So beating all the leading exchanges across the world, it has been ranked number one globally with respect to derivatives trading. Now, when we speak about NSE, NSE played a major role in terms of digitalization and revolution in capital markets. Now, if we go back to history, you can very well correlate with some of the scenes of our movies like Guru, wherein you have seen that earlier the trading used to happen through open outcry system, which you have also learned through your existing syllabus, that how the trading used to happen earlier. And there were signals and signs, and there was no transparency at all. We were not at all dependent on technology. So the reach was very limited. And there was a lot of manipulation which took place at that time. Then came National Stock Exchange in picture. Way back in 1994, what happened was that with the special act of the parliament, NSE was created. And at the same time, we totally changed the capital markets. That means we brought in the markets into the system, that is into the computers, and we reached out to each and every corner of our country. And today, in today's world, we listen to a lot of buzzwords like digitalization, fintech. But way back in 1994, NSE was an organization at that time which were the first fintech, one among the first fintech companies in our country. And not only that, it digitalized the overall capital markets. So now the question comes when we speak about stock markets specifically, as you have seen earlier, that what happened was, there used to be a lot of old school method which used to be followed by the investors when they put in money into the capital markets. Now, what is this old school method? I mean, there's something good about capital markets, and there are some things which cannot be accepted in capital markets. Why I'm saying so? Because you know it very well. When people put in money into the stock market, what they usually do, they normally take help from their friends, relatives, right? They are always looking out for tips. And at the end of the day, what is happening? Suppose one of my relative has put in money into the XYZ script, then I am also forced to put in money into that, or I am also motivated to put in money into that. This doesn't work like this. That's why you have been listening since years that people have lost their hard earned money, they have lost their home, they have lost their property just because of stock market. And at the end of the day, what they do when they lose, they straight away blame the entire system and claim that this is just a gambling. But let me tell you, my dear students, stock market in today's world, if you compare the kind of returns which is provided by the capital markets, you won't be able to compare it with any other line of income. But specifically, when people lose out money, they say that it's a gambling and this and that, but they never understand that to put in money anywhere, not only even in stock market, you need to have some kind of knowledge. Knowledge is very important. I'll give you one example. Like, uh, even today, we are flooded with inquiries of people, those who are already working in the industry since past 10, 15 years. That means they are directly connected with the capital markets, and they come here to learn something new. So they come back to NSC, they learn something, and then they go back again and apply those strategies, and then again come back. So this is a continuous learning process which happens because it's not easy. What is happening in stock market is something wherein you need to have a proper knowledge. That is one. You need to have a proper knowledge about the risk taking capability of yourself. A person sitting next to you, he may be investing in XYZ companies, right? But that person might be having a different kind of a risk appetite what you have, correct? So it's very important that you take your own decisions based upon your own personal finance planning and based upon all the knowledge which you have gathered with respect to capital markets. That's why National Stock Exchange, around 7 years back, we came up with our education vertical. So now it's known as NSE Academy. What we try to do is we try to engage as many students and as many youngsters like you so that you become at par with the market. That means you are having a very good knowledge base about the critical topics under capital markets, and then you get into the market. Otherwise, what will happen? You will also create you will also, I mean, have a demat account. You will also put in money, but you will also be a part of that old school gang, right? And when you put in your hard-earned money, will you give your hard-earned money to put in your hard-earned money somewhere wherein you don't have knowledge about? It makes no sense, right? So it's my advice to you. Please see, there are various aspects of capital markets. So one aspect is the analysis part, the research part, wherein if you get into a research field, if you are more interested in having a thorough check into charts and patterns and all those stuffs, you can become an expert on technical analysis. In case you are very good at understanding the book of accounts, as well as the balance sheet, as well as the company details, you can do very good in fundamental analysis, right? So these are the analysis part wherein you can become an investment advisor in future as well, right? So apart from this, there is another aspect of capital market, which is product based. So as you can see, there are huge number of products with respect to capital markets. It's just that you have to pick and choose which interests you, and then you get into direction of learning the most out of that particular topic. One of the examples is mutual funds. So you can become a mutual fund distributor as well. So capital markets overall, when we speak about the opportunities, there is a huge opportunity with respect to various vacancies which are there. At the same time, there is a huge opportunity if you want to start up your own business, own venture with respect to capital markets. But try to understand, when you are starting your own venture, when people are giving you money and taking your advice, you need to be well, thoroughly, you need to understand each and everything about capital markets, and you would be able to do good for them as well, along with growing your own business, right? So whatever you learn through these programs, whatever you learn through these certification programs and various critical topics under financial markets, it will not only help you in your first job, it will also help you in your entire life. So finance is a life skill, what we believe, irrespective of your specialization, whether finance, marketing, HR, it's a life skill. And you know very well, being an MBA PGDM student, that whatever huge number of vacancies which are there predicted in future, they are from the background of BFSI. So a lot of job opportunities have been created and will be created in BFSI sector. At the same time, you will find fintech, which will create lot of opportunity. So fintech is something wherein finance and technology goes side by side. That's what we did from NSC in terms of digitalization of capital markets. So please remember this, that if you want to do something good with respect to BFSI sector, specifically capital markets, please try to understand your interest, your own interest. You cannot be an expert in everything. Let me tell you this. If you say become an expert in mutual funds, I'll become an expert on technical analysis, I'll become an expert on derivatives, that is not possible. You have to have knowledge of everything, but at the same time, you need to find out where your interest is, what is your future plan, and based upon that, you can very well connect the various opportunities which lies in the capital markets, and straight away you can achieve huge success with respect to BFSI sector, right? Now, let me ask you, there are around 59, 60 participants today. How many of you, invest money? You all are college students. Your post graduation is going on. Okay. Okay. So I can see around 5 people. So there are only 5 to 6 people out of a group of 60. So you can very well understand what our youth is doing. See, when we speak about demat accounts, you must be knowing it very well. In the past 2 years, there is a huge jump in terms of demat accounts which have been opened. And you will be surprised to know that most of these demat accounts are opened by the youngsters like you. Why? Because now the youngsters have understood, because there is so much flow of communication. Now they have very well understood that stock market is not, not a place wherein you just put in money. It's a place wherein if you strategize according to your own capacity, capability, definitely you will achieve good return. So hence we have seen a huge jump in opening up of demat accounts and youngsters like you getting into the capital markets. But for that, you need knowledge. Now, another aspect about stock market is that you must have seen there are so many brokerage houses, right? There are multiple examples. So today, whatever we are discussing, it is for only educational purpose. So please consider it as a disclaimer. So when we speak about all the member brokers who are associated with the stock exchanges, right? There lies the old traditional brokers, and there also lies the new age brokers, which we call the discount brokers, right? The zero brokerage policy. Now this is the future, right? Now why this is the future? Because zero brokerage, what is happening that the member broker is not helping you, is not giving you advice in terms of where to put in money. You are taking your own decision, but you are utilizing their services. That's why it's a zero brokerage or a discount broker, what we call. Now, when people like you, when have enough knowledge about capital markets, when they will study in depth topics like technical analysis, fundamental analysis, option strategies, the overall derivatives market, future and options, then they would be able to do much better and they would be able to take their decision very wisely. So that is why, you can see this is the new trend which is there in the capital markets, and this is the future. Another future lies with capital markets, which we call it as algorithmic trading. Algorithmic trading is something wherein the algorithms do the trade for you. So that means even a minute second creates a huge difference. So for that also, the overall system will require uh, technology people, as well as a mixture of technology plus business oriented people plus knowledge oriented people plus analysts. So in a way, what is happening is that there is a huge potential. When we specifically speak about capital markets, you should try to path your career towards those ultimate opportunities, which are the future, right? Now, as I told you something about the stock markets, wherein discount brokerage is there and normal broking houses are there. But at the same time, you must be knowing how many of you invest in mutual funds, if not stock markets. How many are there? Let me check. How many of you put in money into mutual funds? Okay, a slight increase in number, but still it's pretty low. Let me tell you one thing. See, stock market is something wherein I told you where you have knowledge, you get into it. But now, when we speak about mutual funds, Mutual funds is for people, those who does not want to dedicate themselves in terms of gaining knowledge and does not want to spend their time, putting in money. So there's a lot of dedication required if you put in money into the stock market. So hence mutual fund is the solution for you. Now, being a student of final year of your post graduation, I would recommend everyone to please start investing. Being an employee of National Stock Exchange, I cannot recommend you to go specifically for mutual funds, but definitely please start putting in your money. That means even if you get a pocket money, try to save it. And there is a minimum investment value of only 500 nowadays per month. 500 ka to matlab you can definitely figure out how you can save that 500 rupees and invest money in some or other product in under financial markets, right? So what I would recommend, go for, you know, uh, investment at an early age, because that helps you to stabilize your mid age as well as your retirement, right? Your mid age is also very important. There are so many, events in life which happens. You know it very well, right? There is, you will get the first job, you will get your first salary, right? Then you will get into a marriage, either you marry or you don't marry. Then there are a lot of other responsibilities which comes in. There is the retirement planning nowadays. You have to do so many things. There are a lot of activities and a lot of things to explore. That means earlier people, they didn't get opportunity to spend their money. Nowadays there are so many opportunities and exposures for you to spend your money, spend your hard-earned money to give you a feel good factor. So for all those goals, whether it's a foreign vacation, whether it's, any event in your life, whether it's about your retirement planning, you need to save money from your early age. So what I would recommend, please start investing money, and what you will see that your entire life will become a very smooth journey and you will never face any problem with respect to financials, irrespective of how much huge business your family members have or how much money your parents have. The important thing is what you have. Let me tell you this. At the end of the day, it totally depends upon you, how you shape your career. So we were speaking about mutual funds. Now, uh, let me share something with you. So when we speak about mutual funds, you all know that there are two, ways of putting in money into mutual fund. One is the direct and another one is the regular plan. Does everyone know about it? Can you please raise
Yes,
your hand? Okay.
yes, sir.
And you know the difference
Yes,
as
sir.
well. You know the difference, right?
So can
Yes,
you explain in short?
Okay. So if I explain you in short, it's a very simple concept. I hope my screen is visible, right?
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll switch off my video so that we don't face any bandwidth issue. Yes. So uh, when we speak about mutual funds, there are two aspects of it. One is the direct plan. Second one is the growth plan. So when you speak about regular plan, sorry. So when you speak about regular plan is something wherein you are putting in money through an intermediary, right? So there are various mutual fund, platforms through which you can put in money, right? There are various mutual fund distributors through whom you can put in money. So what is happening at the end of the day, that they are suggesting you some funds and then you are putting in money, but they are all the regular plan which we have in mutual funds. But what is direct plan? Direct plan is something wherein you are doing your own study, right? You don't have to take advice from anyone. and you are directly putting in money into a direct fund. That means there is no intermediary in between. What is the benefit? The benefit is in terms of return. So there is a gap of around 1% of total return which you earn. So you can very well imagine today you are in second year of your post graduation. By the time you will be 40 years of age, of course, the money will go up to in crores of rupees, the money which you will invest for long term goals. So definitely one person will create a huge difference. So why not do your little bit study about what are the various funds which are available? What is the purpose of individual category funds? There are various categories of mutual funds. So you need to understand the purpose behind every category of mutual funds and match it up with your goals. For that, again, I'm telling you, all these things is only a part of, education purpose. So please don't take it as my recommendation. This is only for learning purpose. So when you go to Bajaj Fund Barometer, just type Bajaj Fund Barometer. You go there and then you download this fund barometer. I don't know how many people are doing this. Please download this fund barometer. Then what you will get an Excel sheet, something which looks like this. Now look at this Excel file. This has almost all the information with respect to all the funds which are available in mutual fund industry, right? So there's a main page, there is a summary of what are the different categories of fund and how many funds have been mentioned in this sheet, along with the interest that it has generated. So if you go to individual sheets like overnight fund, money market fund, liquid fund, what you are getting is you are getting a complete history of how the funds are performing. Will this be of help, guys? Can I
Yes, sir,
get
of
a yes
course,
or
sir.
no?
Yes, yeah, of course, sir.
So what is happening over here? There are a lot of learning opportunities. What I always share with management students is that even if you go and visit nscindia.com, our official website, you will find a lot of things to learn. You will come across a lot of terminologies which you have never heard before. But at the same time, in today's world, we have the internet. We have the facility of Google. At least you can get the basic knowledge about anything. Don't go for Google or anything else for some intermediary or advanced knowledge, but for definitely for basic knowledge, trying to understand what does liquid fund mean? What does ultra short duration fund mean? What is the purpose behind creating this fund? So you can always take the help of internet in order to get knowledge about all these things. So suppose there are some famous categories of funds. One is the liquid fund. Then we have, I'll just come to it. Yes, so multi-cap fund, flexi-cap fund, large cap fund, large and mid-cap fund, mid-cap fund, small cap fund. So you get all the details. Which fund is performing and which fund is not performing as per the standards. So see there, why I tried to show you all this, because I wanted to give you a clear picture that there are a lot of opportunities for you to learn in the open world. But it totally depends upon you, how much interest you take, and then go ahead for such kind of learning exposure. So what I would recommend, you just go to this sheet and just learn about these funds and understand, try to understand the purpose behind individual funds, match it up with your goals, and then decide upon where to put in money. Even then, if you feel like, you can take the advice from the SEBI registered advisors only. Don't go for any other advisors. If you still want to go for any advice from experts, definitely you should always go to a SEBI registered person or a company, right? So now let us speak about the learning opportunity which we have today for you, which we call it as Tradathon. So I'll just share my screen. Okay. So as I told you, there are a lot of opportunities in capital markets, and you can do wonders in capital markets, not only even in your job, but also in your personal finance. It's just that you need to continuously go for such kind of learning exposures. So we have brought a very good opportunity in front of you in the name of Tradathon. Deepak, can you please explain the Tradathon? Deepak, are you there? Okay, no worries. I'll continue. So when we speak about Tradathon, what is happening over here is that it's a nationwide national stock trading contest, which will happen with the virtual money. That means you don't have to put in your own money. And this will be done with the help of our platform, which is known as NSE Smart. It's a virtual simulation trading platform. Now, the best part about Tradathon is that it is not only restricted to competition, but it also includes learning. That means you will learn first, learn the concepts of capital and derivatives market, then you will practice trading in a live simulated environment, then you will compete with other contestants, and ultimately you get an opportunity to win the cash prizes as well. So there are two categories of it. One is the student, another one is the non-student category. So you have to register through student category. Now, when we speak about NSmart platform, this is a wonderful platform. This is actually a replica of the platform which is used by member brokers in the industry. So what you are getting real life hands-on experience on trading in capital and derivatives market through this platform, and that too with a virtual money. Of course, the price feeds comes from NSE's trading sessions. Is there just a 15-minute delayed feed which comes into the platform because of the SEBI guidelines? And there are multiple segments wherein you can put in your virtual money, that is cash market, currency, as well as FNO. And it's a simulated mode kind of a platform. Now, when we speak about Tradathon, the registrations have already begun, and the training part, we have specifically kept the training part from 3rd to 7th March, wherein it's just like going through a short-term certification program by NSE Academy. So this will happen in the evening. This would be live online classes happening in the evening, that is post 6 p.m. So it will not disturb your existing curriculum. Then we have the warm-up sessions where you will practice whatever you have learned, and then the orientation, and then finally the competition. Now, when we speak about the topics which would be covered during the training program, it would be capital and derivatives market, value investing via fundamental analysis, options trading, technical analysis, and the hands-on trading in NSmart platform. Now, these topics are something which may be a part of your existing curriculum, but it becomes very important for you to interact with the industry experts with respect to these topics, so that you gain more knowledge about this and understand the practicability of these topics into the capital markets. And there is a certification also. So you will get a certification for the training which you have attended. And at the same time, you will get another certificate for the contest. So there is a dual certification opportunity for you. So in the stage one, you will compete among other competitors in the zonal stage from your zone, that is the Western zone. And then you will, if you perform well, you will go up to finale. Now, in finale, what you need to do is you need to present before the jury what are the strategies you have put in while investing during the trading competition. And then based upon that, the winners would be decided. Now, if you speak about the prizes, definitely there are cash prizes. So 1 lakh for the first, the winner, and 50,000 for first runner-up and 25,000 for second runner-up. There's also a prize for emerging smart trader. There's also a prize and special certificates for all the finalists. Now, the registration fees is 999, which includes the GST. And what you get from here is training on capital markets and derivatives market, as well as hands-on trading practice before the contest. You get 3 months access to the session recordings. That means whatever we will teach, the recordings will be there for your future reference for 3 months. 3 months, you will be getting the platform access, the InSmart platform access. That means even after the competition, you would be able to, access the platform, InSmart platform for your own practice. And you will also get access to NSC Knowledge Hub, where there are 1,000+ hours of content readily available for you to go through. You will also get access to NSC Fin Talent, which is a career related platform with respect to BFSI and technology. And of course, there are certificates. So this is a very good opportunity for you wherein you can build up your resume, give value to your resume. At the same time, you gain knowledge with respect to capital markets through our industry experts. So what I'll do is I'll just pause over here so that I can take any questions from your end, and then we can continue. Any questions, please?
Students, you are requested to raise your hands. Yeah. Yes, Pranav. Unmute and ask your question, please.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Sir, basically my question was, as you were told, like we would be offering some virtual money in order to practice. So, like, how much amount we will be offered over there to practice, and for how much time, sir?
Okay, so everything is mentioned in the brochure. So once you
Okay.
go through the brochure, you will get to know it. So I'll just tell you. So in the warm-up sessions, so you would be practicing with the virtual money. So there is no fixed money with respect to that. But during the competition, you would be provided with 20 lakhs of virtual money. And there are separate
Okay.
contest rules which are specifically mentioned in the brochure ads as well. So once we share the brochure with you, you can go through them.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Sir, may I make one announcement, please?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah. So all participants are requested to fill up the form. We have shared the link in chat box. So everybody has to fill up the form. This is mere attendance. Okay, but you have to fill up the form. Thank you so much.
Yes, please. Any questions from your end?
Students
If
kindly
we
unmute
start
yourself and ask your questions.
Yeah. So if we start discussing about capital markets and we get into each topic individually, it will take hours and hours of learning. So definitely, those are the future things which you should look for. But now what I've tried to do, I've tried to cover the overview regarding the capital markets and how you can benefit yourself and, get into a right career path with the help of the knowledge which you gain through capital markets and specifically BFSI sector. Please, any more questions? Deepak, do you have anything to say?
So I'd just like to add few points here. Is that the first one is that probably you guys raised the hand that only few of you are doing the trading part, right? So here, what you're getting is you're getting an opportunity to learn first of all, and second thing, after learning, how do you implement those particular tools and strategies that you have learned, and at large, at the broader picture, you are getting the exposure to systematically do the trading, right? So that is what the overall idea of this tradathon is. There are a lot many activities happening. There are a lot many activities that happen, at the technical end. I don't know how many of you are from the engineering background. So you must be knowing that hackathons every now and then colleges, engineering colleges, they organize. But when it comes to the management side, there are less number of activities that happen, but majorly you work with the case studies. So NSE has come up with this particular thing, and it's one of a kind thing that we have launched. So take this opportunity, and I'll say grab it with both the hands, right? And you enroll and get the feel of how NSE Academy or NSE experience is, right? So that's it from my side. So
Okay, so do we have any more questions, or shall we wind up?
Sir, I have a question. If anyone is interested to, hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Sir, if anybody is interested in this activity, this contest, then how he should go about it?
Yeah, so Deepak would share the brochure, which
Hmm.
will contain the registration link. So when you go to the brochure, what is happening is that there are multiple registration links. So you need to register through student category. Once you click over here, it will route you to the payment gateway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Thank you, sir. Students, any question from anyone? Is there any question? Students, are you able to see link in the chat box?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so everybody has to fill it up, please. On Google form has been circulated, so everybody is requested to please fill up the form. That is attendance for the session.
yeah, please do that. Only five of you have filled the form
Yeah, they're
yet.
filling. Sir, we will ensure they will fill up.
No issues, ma'am. No issues. So I think we can wind up the session then, right?
Yeah, Diganto, over to you, please.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So, firstly, it's my honor to present the vote of thanks in this occasion. I, Diganto Chakraborty, on behalf of Deccan Education Society IMDR, would like to convey my sincere gratitude to Mr. Soumyajyoti Guha for giving us time and enlightening us on the topic of online trading. Sir, your valuable inputs were quite beneficial for us. You mentioned firstly about the importance of a management education in our lives, which is a prerequisite. Then you talked about the achievements of National Stock Exchange, which is related to the context of this webinar. And you mentioned its revolutionary contribution to the capital markets, and it's becoming the highest ranked exchange with respect to derivatives trading. You also emphasized the importance of a proper knowledge regarding the financial markets and the assessment of one's risk taking ability or risk appetite, which comes handy for a participant or an early investor. Also, you threw some light on the different modes of analyzing the financial markets, such as fundamental and technical analysis. And you brought upon the classification of different forms of brokerages also, such as discount brokerage and full service brokerages, which is an equally important and significant information for any investor. You thoroughly explained the disparity between a direct mutual fund and a regular fund, and also highlighted the other avenues of investment. Lastly, you meticulously described the different aspects of the national stock trading contest named Tradathon, which is being organized by NSE Academy. The opportunity of a first-hand trading experience, along with its learning part, might help and guide the students in the form of sound financial awareness. All in all, these pieces of information were really helpful and will definitely come handy with respect to our future. So thank you once again, sir. Now
Thank
I
you.
would like to thank our Thank you, sir. Now I would like to thank our director, ma'am, the faculty, the non-teaching staff for constantly supporting and encouraging us with respect to such corporate connect. I thank the entire student organizing team, the technical support, and last but not the least, all my student colleagues without whom this session couldn't have been successful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Guha sir. Thank you so much. It was truly enriching session, sir. It was
Thanks.
really good session, and thank you so much, Deepak Garg sir also. Thanks for your initiative. Students will definitely they have learned a lot, and hopefully will get a good response from the students regarding the event.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. On
Very
behalf of
enriching.
NSC and NSC Academy, I would like to thank the entire management and the students for bringing in such a session. And we look forward to interact with you in future as well. And looking forward to your participation in Tridathon event. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Yes, sir.
Few points here is that the first one is that probably like you guys raised the hand that only few of you are doing the trading part, right? So here what you're getting is you're getting an opportunity to learn first of all, and second thing, after learning, how do you implement those particular tools and strategies that you have learned, and at large, at the broader picture, you are getting the exposure to systematically do the trading, right? So that is what the overall idea of this tradathon is. There are a lot many activities happening. There are a lot many activities that happen, at the technical end. I don't know how many of you are from the engineering background, so you must be knowing that hackathons every now and then colleges, engineering colleges, they organize. But when it comes to the management side, there are less number of activities that happen, but majorly you work with the case studies. So NSE has come up with this particular thing, and it's one of a kind thing that we have launched. So take this opportunity, and I'll say grab it with both the hands, right? And you enroll and get the feel of how NSE Academy or NSE experiences, right? So that's it from my side. So
Sir, I have a question. If anyone is interested to hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Sir, if anybody is interested in this activity, this contest, then how he should go about it?
Yeah, so Deepak would share the brochure, which
Hmm.
will contain the registration link. So when you go to the brochure, what is happening is that there are multiple registration links. So you need to register through student category. Once you click over here, it will route you to the payment gateway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, firstly, it's my honor to present the vote of thanks in this occasion. I, Digonto Chakraborty, on behalf of Deccan Education Society IMDR, would like to convey my sincere gratitude to Mr. Soumyajyoti Guha for giving us time and enlightening us on the topic of online trading. Sir, your valuable inputs were quite beneficial for us. You mentioned firstly about the importance of a management education in our lives, which is a prerequisite. Then you talked about the achievements of National Stock Exchange, which is related to the context of this webinar. And you mentioned its revolutionary contribution to the capital markets, and it's becoming the highest ranked exchange with respect to derivatives trading. You also emphasized the importance of a proper knowledge regarding the financial markets and the assessment of one's risk taking ability or risk appetite, which comes handy for a participant or an early investor. Also, you threw some light on the different modes of analyzing the financial markets, such as fundamental and technical analysis. And you brought upon the classification of different forms of brokerages also, such as discount brokerage and full service brokerages, which is an equally important and significant information for any investor. You thoroughly explained the disparity between a direct mutual fund and a regular fund, and also highlighted the other avenues of investment. Lastly, you meticulously described the different aspects of the national stock trading contest named Tradathon, which is being organized by NSE Academy. The opportunity of a first-hand trading experience, along with its learning part, might help and guide the students in the form of sound financial awareness. All in all, these pieces of information were really helpful and will definitely come handy with respect to our future. So thank you once again, sir. Now
Thank
I
you.
would like to thank our Thank you, sir. Now I would like to thank our director, ma'am, the faculty, the non-teaching staff for constantly supporting and encouraging us with respect to such corporate connect. I thank the entire student organizing team, the technical support, and last but not the least, all my student colleagues without whom this session couldn't have been successful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Guha sir. Thank you so much. It was truly enriching session, sir. It was really, really good session. And thank you so much, Deepak Garg sir also. Thanks for your initiative. Students will definitely, they have learned a lot and hopefully will get a good response from the students regarding the event.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. On
Very
behalf of
enriching.
NSC and NSC Academy, I would like to thank the entire management and the students for bringing in such a session. And we look forward to interact with you in future as well. And looking forward to your participation in Tridathon event. Thank you so much. Namaste.